Hello, Darren Alff here from BicycleTouringPro.com. I am in Poznan, Poland right now. I just last week completed my week-long group guided bicycle tour across northern Portugal and Spain with a tour company called Fold and Visit Cycling Holidays. It was an incredible tour and I would highly recommend it. If you're ever looking for a bike tour in that part of the world, you ever have thought about cycling the Camino Trail to Santiago de Compostela, very, very good bike tour. Now I've flown from Porto, Portugal to Poland, and this is where I'm going to begin the vast chunk, the biggest chunk of my 2018 summertime bike tour here in Europe. And the trip doesn't actually start here in Poznan, although it is going to finish here. I've flown basically here to Poznan, and I'm going to take a train over the next 2 days down to Prague. I'll talk about that in just a moment. In Prague, I'm going to meet my friend Kevin, who's coming from Australia. You ready for another trip, Kevin?
Oh yeah, you bet. Can't wait.
And Mikael and Line, who are coming from Sweden.
Yeah, my name is Mikael and I'm from northern Sweden.
And my name is Line Gamli and I'm from Sweden.
And all four of us are going to cycle from Prague to Vienna over the next week. So that's what's coming up. However, before that can even begin, I need to get myself and my bicycle from here in Poznan, Poland, down to Prague in the Czech Republic. And I'm not exactly sure what the distance is, several hundred miles, several hundred kilometers. And unfortunately, there is no direct train from here to there. There was a bus that goes from Poznan to Prague, but they don't take bicycles. And that, for me, is very important. I have my bicycle, I need to get my bicycle to Prague. So what I'm gonna have to do is I'm gonna have to go from here in Poznan, Poland, down to the city of Wrocław, get on another train there, and then take another train down to the border of Poland and the Czech Republic. Then I'm gonna have to cycle about 25 kilometers on my bicycle up over a mountain, up over the border of Poland and the Czech Republic, then get on another train with my bicycle, take that to another city in the Czech Republic, and then finally jump on the last train from there into the city of Prague, which I'll then cycle across the city and check into the Airbnb apartment that I've rented online. Whew. Then Kevin and Mikael and Line are gonna meet me at the Airbnb in Prague. We'll be there for about 3 nights, I think, and then we'll begin our bike tour from Prague to Vienna. So that's what's coming up. While I've got you here, I want to show you the apartment that I have been renting here in Poznan, Poland. I rented this place on Airbnb, cost about $30 US per night, and let me give you a tour. So this is the entryway here. Over here to the left is the front door. You've got my bike here. This is my CoMotion Cycles Siskiyou touring bicycle, and it's all ready to go, hopefully. Then you come in here, there's a little kitchen, desk, windows looking outside. This is the little living area. And then back here, as you can see, is the bathroom. Very small, washing machine, toilet. And then in here is the bedroom. Again, very small, but big enough for me, that's fine. Out here, little window, trees. And then here's the bedroom. And as you can see over here, I've got my bags all packed and ready to go. I have a lot of electronics with me on this trip so that I can document my travels for you. Got a drone in there, 3 other cameras, GoPro, laptop computer, external hard drives, all that kind of stuff. So the bike tour begins right now. Alright, so I've left the apartment now and I'm cycling over to the train station. I've given myself about an hour's worth of time just to get there early, make sure I'm on the right track, that sort of thing. So, train station, next stop. So I just arrived at the train station. I'm on platform 6 waiting for my train to Wrocław, Poland. I hate traveling on trains and buses and boats and stuff with my bicycle. It can really be a pain sometimes, especially if the train pulls into the station very, very quickly and doesn't leave you a lot of time to get on. That's the part that scares me the most. Hopefully this goes okay and I'm able to get on and off my train here in Poland without any problems. So I'm in Wrocław now, got off my first train. Unfortunately, the first train was more than half an hour late arriving here, which means I missed my second train further south down to the border of Poland and the Czech Republic. So I went to the ticket booth inside this building here, asked the woman about it. Luckily, she spoke English, and she said that my ticket is basically good for any time today, so I'm just gonna jump on the next train, which leaves at 3:10 in the afternoon. It's about 1:30 right now, so I got about an hour and a half to kill, and then hopefully I will get on the next train to the border of Poland and the Czech Republic. So I'm at the train station now in this town. I don't know how to pronounce it, but the landscape has definitely changed quite a bit. We're up in the mountains now. Really beautiful. This is more my style, so I'm really happy to be here. So it's about 7 o'clock at night right now. Just got off the train and I've started to cycle uphill towards the border of Poland and the Czech Republic. I'm still in Poland at the moment. The sun is near the horizon and I'm basically only gonna go about 6 kilometers or so up this road. Then I'm gonna find a place to camp for the night. This road is really nice, like no cars, perfect time of day. It's kind of cool, not too cold. Beautiful scenery, forests. The architecture here has changed completely from where I was in Poznan, Poland this morning. And yeah, I'm liking it so far. This road is amazing, so nice. I can't get over how great this road is. It's got me really excited for the rest of this trip because this is like the type of stuff that I really, really like. Even though I'm going uphill and it's not necessarily easy, it's not necessarily hard either. Beautiful, beautiful landscape. Love this road, love the temperature right now. Oh man, I'm loving it. I'm approaching the border of Poland and the Czech Republic. I'm gonna cross into the Czech Republic tonight. Woo!
Here it is, the border. That's Poland, leaving Poland. And crossing the border now into the Czech Republic. Here we are. I'm gonna stop, take a picture. Oy. Oy. All right, so here I am at the border of Poland and the Czech Republic. It's pretty cool to be on the very first day of my 2018 bike tour across Central Eastern Europe, and to have crossed already into a new country. Obviously I had some help today. I was on the train for about 9 hours, but here I am, the Czech Republic. Now it's about 8 o'clock at night now. I really need to find a place to sleep because it's gonna get dark soon. So I'm just gonna go a short distance down the road and find a place to camp. This road is so good. This is like the best bike ride I've been on like all year. It's only the first day. Woo! I just turned off on a small dirt road, forest road, hoping I can find a place to camp. The problem is everything on the side of the road is so steep. There's no flat spots. But I'm gonna have to find something here. It's so very steep. So this is my campsite for tonight, my first night in the Czech Republic. It was a very good day. Only cycled about 20 kilometers total, but I spent 9 hours or more on the train today. So it was a very long day. It's getting dark. It's gonna be dark here any moment. I'm gonna jump inside my tent. There are some mosquitoes and bugs flying around. So this is pretty much it for tonight. Just wanted to say it was a very good first day to my 2018 bike tour here in Central Europe. And I'm looking forward to day 2. Tomorrow I am going to ride a short distance to the train station, jump on another train, and head into Prague.
Hello, good morning. It is 7:30 a.m. here in the northern Czech Republic. Today the plan is to pack up my tent, pack up my bike, and ride about an hour and a half down the road to a city called Tanvald. From there I'm going to jump on a train, go to another city, I forget the name of it, get off the train, get on another train, and then take one last train into Prague. And from Prague I'll ride across the city on my bicycle to the apartment that I've rented on Airbnb. And hopefully my friend Kevin, who's flying in from Australia today, will already be at the apartment to let me in. So that's the plan. It's gonna take a little doing, but here we go.
Alright, so I'm back out on the main road now. It's about 10 kilometers to the city of Tanvald where I'm going to get on the train. But I've given myself an hour and a half to get there just in case. I am going uphill, I'm going slow, you never know what the terrain is going to be like. So I've given myself lots of time to get there, and hopefully it'll be enough. I think it will be. I'm on a big downhill here, really big downhill. I hope I took the right road, because going back up this would suck. So I just went into the train station here in Tanval in the Czech Republic, and I bought my train ticket to Prague. It cost me 242 koruna, which is the Czech currency, and that equates to about $11. And I don't think there was any extra fee for my bicycle, so hopefully the bike is okay. I think it will be. I don't think there's going to be a lot of people on this first train at the very least, so. Here is my train schedule. So I'm in Tanvald. My train leaves at 10:27 and it arrives in Zelenzy Brod at 10:53. Then at 12:12 I get on another train and I arrive in Prague around 2:37 in the afternoon.
Pravidelný odjezd v 9 hodin 20 minut. České dráhy ve směru Železný Brod odjede od prvního nástupiště z první koleje. Pravidelný odjezd v 10 hodin 20 minut. Kolejišti Palisné 8 bezpečnosti.
So this particular train has a ton of room for bicycles. You could probably get about 20 bikes in this one room here, which is really nice. They use this room not just for bicycles, but for strollers and stuff like that as well. But lots of racks here for bicycles. There is nobody on this train right now, like one other person up in the other car. So while I'm here on the train, kind of waiting to leave for Prague, I thought I would tell you why I am in the Czech Republic, why I chose to go bicycle touring here this year. I came here because in 2013 I rode my bicycle across Slovakia and the Czech Republic, not during the summertime, but during the winter time, and there was snow on the ground. It was really cold. I was staying in hotels every night, and this was before I was shooting videos on my bike tours. So I have just a few photos from that trip, but no video. So I wanted to come back ever since then, since 2013, because I really liked both Slovakia and the Czech Republic and thought it would be amazing during the summer months. So that's why I'm here now. So there are two trains that I'm going to have to take to Prague. This is just the first one. It's a very short train ride, and then I get off and I have about an hour and 15 minutes or so to wait. And then I get on the final train, my fourth train in 2 days, and take that train into Prague. So getting very, very close. Unfortunately, one of the things that has happened is I bought a SIM card to have internet when I was in Poland, and they told me that it would work in the Czech Republic and all of the other countries that I am going to on this trip. However, as soon as I crossed the border from Poland into the Czech Republic, my SIM card stopped working, and it says I'm outside of the coverage area and all that stuff. So I'm gonna have to figure that out once I get to Prague, but at the moment I have no internet on my phone, so I can't contact Kevin or the people I'm renting the Airbnb from. I'm basically just gonna have to show up and try to figure things out once I get there. Alright, so I'm on the last train, the fourth train to Prague. This is the same train that I took on the third trip. The conductor on this train is not very friendly. She doesn't speak English, and she's not helpful at all. Alright, I'm at the train station now in Prague, just got off the train. I have 10 minutes to get to the Airbnb apartment and meet Kevin and the people that are giving us the keys, so I gotta go. Look who it is, it's Kevin! Woo! You ready for another trip, Kevin?
Oh yeah, you bet. Can't wait.
How did I do with the apartment rental?
Oh man, you did well. You did well.
Okay. It looked pretty big in the photos.
Incredibly spacious.
Give me a tour, Give me a tour, Kevin.
Well, entrance hallway.
Yeah.
Slightly kind of East German old smell about it.
Yeah, it does smell
Eastern European.
like cats or something.
But nice apartment. Look at that. It's all done up, cleaned up. Bedroom. Sorry, I walked.
Yeah, you're a terrible tour guide.
Bedroom.
All right.
It's pretty comfy, spacious, grand. One more bedroom.
It's a big one.
The big
That's-
bedroom.
It's like open to the living room.
Over to the living room. Living room is well stocked with croissants,
Really? Nice.
rolls, wine, fruit. Plenty of edibles in the. Everything except a bit of milk for my tea.
They were gonna say coffee. Yeah.
I'll have to go out and get.
Cool.
And a fine bottle of Pinot Noir.
What do you got there, Kevin?
Well, I got numerous burgers and vegetable chips.
And you almost forgot your
I almost
glasses.
forgot my glasses. Yeah. I think it's my karma to distribute glasses around the world, particularly sunglasses. You want black?
Yes, please.
So you're saying you want just ordinary old soy mayonnaise, or do you want chili soy mayonnaise, or do you want some other kind of mayonnaise?
And I said, "Do you have ketchup?" And she didn't understand.
No, she didn't really. Vegan beetroot burger. There's the burger under there somewhere. Here it is,
Purple.
purple,
Yeah.
right colour.
Looks good. And I got the falafel burger, which looks like that. And veggie fries also. It's a good start to our bike trip here, I think.
You bet. You bet.
Good morning from Prague in the Czech Republic. Where are we going today, Kevin?
We're going to a bike shop to see if I can source a bike box.
Yeah, we're thinking ahead for the end of the trip.
We're
Because-
panicking about logistics.
Yeah, Kevin has to fly his bike home at the end of this trip. Even though we're on day 2, I guess, of our trip together, we're thinking about the end. And,
Pathetic, isn't it?
yeah. And so Kevin wants to try to find a cardboard bike box now so that he doesn't have to worry about it at the end of his
wait.
trip. Yeah, exactly. So we're walking to a bike shop to see if they have a cardboard bike box.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. Yeah.
Where are you from?
I'm from California.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Okay. So you're both going on the tour?
Yeah, we're doing it together. Yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Unbelievable. I'm jealous. It's this time of year we get all these customers who are going off and doing amazing trips, and I wish I could, get going as well, but we're stuck here.
What do you got there, Kevin?
I've got a large pizza box. We ordered the family size, and it'll keep us going all day. I got a bike box from a very kind Scottish gentleman back there who runs a bike shop.
And how much did it cost?
Zilch, zero. And the kindness of his heart.
That's always good. So we went and got a bike box for you.
We did.
We walked around Prague. We got a SIM card for my phone. And now what are we doing?
Now we're recovering from walking up a big hill in the hot, steamy Czech summer's morning.
Yeah.
And now we're waiting for Horst, a fella from Germany, to bring the bike down. Van Nicholas have sent a bike down to Horst in Annaberg.
I feel like you're skipping something. Kevin got a new bicycle.
Okay. You want me to start there? Right?
Yes, we got to start at the beginning.
So there's a new Van Nicholas Devon coming from Van Nicholas in Holland. They shipped it down to Germany, to their agent in Germany, Annaberg, a fellow named Horst. And Horst, very generously and kindly, has offered to bring the bike, drive down to Prague and bring the bike down to me and deliver it here this afternoon.
Yeah, Kevin flew to Prague with no bicycle, and he bought a new bike that's being brought here for our trip.
Yep.
That's the short version, I think.
Yep.
And so now we're waiting for the guy to bring the bike to our apartment here in Prague.
Yep.
And what is this bike?
It's a Van Nicholas touring bike, a Deveron. So it's the latest Deveron off the assembly line, with disc brakes and titanium frame and titanium pretty much everything.
And the pinion gearbox.
And the pinion gearbox. So it'll be a bit unique. Two touring bikes, Darren's touring bike and mine, on the road with pinion gearing, which is a bit of a first. So that should be interesting to compare notes. So that's what we're doing. I'm very humbled by the fact that Horst is so generous to drive the 100 k's or so down the road to bring the bike down here to me. So we're waiting on Horst. I don't want the poor guy driving around the block, so I'm just keeping an eye out for him. Just park on the road. So you think you fit in this
Oh boy, Kevin. How excited are you?
Excited?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like Christmas, isn't it, really?
Yeah.
Birthday coming early.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah. No, so Horst has arrived. He's just going to get the car, swing around, put it in the car park here. We've got one bike.
Cool.
That was good timing. One bike.
There it is. Dun,
Voila. Feels very familiar, this bike.
Yeah. So tell me what you got here, Kevin.
I've got the brand spanking new Van Nicholas Devon, the latest model.
Yeah, and
Hot off the production line.
show it to me.
Well, it's like the old standard Devon that I had in Spain and Portugal.
Mm-hmm.
But with the addition of discs, front and back, of course.
Yeah.
And the pinion, 18-speed pinion.
Yeah. So there's the pinion gearbox. All the gearing's on the inside. It's got the Gates carbon drive system on the other side. It's got a dynamo hub to power the lights. It's got 2 water bottles, pump, bell. Show them the bell. That's an important part. Yeah, bell. And this will
There's
be
a lot of good bikes on the market, but the integration is in the action. You know, once you're on the bike and moving, then that's when you feel what the build of the bike's all about. It all pays for itself then.
Yeah.
I hope.
found my way out of the airport and now heading towards Prague. It's about 20 kilometers there, so I'll be there in an hour or 15 minutes or so. Found myself a nice cycle path a few kilometers from the airport. Didn't expect it to be this hilly here in Prague. Looked really flat when I landed at the airport, but if I look at the Garmin now, I can see that I'm almost at the top now, so hopefully just have downhill from here on out. Finally made it to Prague.
How's it going? You're on video from moment one.
Yeah.
You survived your flight.
Yeah.
That's cool. And there's the bike. Yeah, seriously. Come on in. You can just put it up against that wall over there on the right. Hey guys.
Michael. Good to meet you.
Thanks.
This is Horst.
Michael?
Yeah.
So you finally got the bike?
Yeah, it just arrived, yeah, so we just...
Dziękuję. Thank you.
So enjoy. You good? Do you have some forks and... Oh, sure. Sorry. See you in the forest world, please. I'm too tired. Yeah, both competing both Giro d'Italia and Tour de France.
This time I have no favorite. Okay, then have fun.
We will,
Yeah?
we will.
Okay, then see you.
Good.
Yep.
Good to meet you.
Bye.
See you.
Bye.
Ciao.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Well, here we are home.
Got the bike. Got
the
Michael.
bike.
Michael made it here. So what are we doing right now?
Yeah, just waiting for Line.
Line.
Or Linné.
Yeah, she's coming in from, well,
From the bus
Stockholm, I
station,
guess.
yeah.
Yeah, from the bus station. She took a 48-hour bus ride here.
Yeah.
And now we're waiting outside the apartment for her to show up.
So we're hoping and thinking she's like eager to go, like 7 o'clock tomorrow, we're off now.
Yeah, she's
No.
going to be tired, I think.
Yeah, my name is Michael and I'm from northern Sweden. And
And how do we know each other?
we met last summer when Darren and a couple of friends of his stayed at my house up in Skellefteå in Sweden.
Hey, I'm Darren.
Michael.
Michael, thank you so much. Here.
Rob. Michael, nice to meet you. Nice to meet you. I'm Doug. Yeah.
We're tired.
Sorry about the weather.
Nah,
Yeah, it's a
Sorry,
a little chilly.
But I guess a lot better than you had when you went up
oh yeah, it's way better.
North Cape.
Yeah, yeah.
Malin.
What is it?
Malin is my
Marlene.
name. Malin.
Okay.
Hi.
I'm Doug.
Darren.
Hi, Malin.
Marlin. Harry. Nice to Rob. Marlin.
Hi, Malin. Yeah.
And the kids?
Melvin, our 12-year-old.
Hey.
Hey.
Malte, who's 9 years old. And we also have one.
Nice to meet you.
One more.
Little one. He's
Oh,
also
okay.
a boy.
How small is the little one?
No, he's 4.
4,
Yeah, in
okay.
1 week.
So we made it to Michael's family's house and we're gonna camp in their front yard. That's my house. No, you can't have it. I think it would fit you better, maybe.
Should I get?
We made it to Michael's house and he's given us this very nice accommodation for the evening in his front yard. It's a little small compared to what we're used to in America, but I think it'll work for the night. So, yeah. Thanks, Michael. So you hosted me at your home last summer, which was awesome.
Yeah.
And then we've kept in touch. And how did you come to join this trip?
Yeah, we've kept in contact during the year, and I heard that you were coming with Kevin here to Czech Republic, and I thought it was a nice country to visit because I've never been here before. So
Yeah. And but you've done some bike tours of your own in the past, right?
yeah, a couple of ones, just a couple of in Sweden and one in Spain last year. So this is only my second one outside of Sweden.
Right.
So.
And how did you get the time to come and do this trip?
Yeah, I have some vacation days saved up, and yeah.
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 And the family let you go?
Yeah.
You want to talk about the family? Or?
Yeah, I'm married and have 3 kids back home in Sweden, 3 boys. We're all kind of outdoorsy people and camp a lot and go cycling. So I'm actually bringing. Oh, there she is.
There she is. That's Lene showing up right now. Woo! Yay, you made it. How tired are you?
On a scale of 1 to 10.
Like an 11?
I don't know. I always have energy, but my face feels very tired.
Yeah.
So I'm pretty tired. I didn't really sleep anything.
How long was your bus ride?
24 hours.
That's all? Oh.
No, yeah, it was
It was,
nothing.
it was longer than that. Yeah.
No,
Oh man.
24 hours.
Cool, well that's your bike, huh?
New bike?
Yeah, I bought it from Biltema.
Yeah. You didn't have a bike last year, I don't think.
No.
Or
I got
maybe.
to borrow. I think you had a friend I could borrow a bike from.
Yeah. Cool.
Yeah, so Darren, we all have new bikes except for you then.
Yeah, mine's 1 year old.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's cool. You want to come in?
Yeah.
Okay. There you go. You can put the bike if you want in there.
Or same me yesterday with my baby hand.
Yeah.
Struggled even more than me.
I more like they call it grip. You feel it in the back of the throat. Whereas that's more foot driven, so it's soft. It's not really firm back.
Find the Proctor.
I feel like it's much easier. Or maybe not.
We'll see if you spill it all over your. Yeah.
That looks fun.
Not. How are you feeling?
I feel like I just woke up.
You did just wake up.
Yeah.
But are you tired?
Um,
You think so?
I think I'm just morning tired.
Uh-huh. Are you ready for the bike ride? Excited?
Yes.
Are you
Well,
just saying
I'm
that?
not excited to bike in the city.
Yeah.
It was so confusing.
Yeah. Yeah, getting out of the city is going to be the hard part. Hopefully that doesn't take too long. I'm just documenting the fact that Kevin was the first person up. He got up at 3:30 this morning, and it's 9:30 now, and he's the last person to be ready to go. But are you ready now?
Yeah.
Okay.
I just had to sweep the floors and do the domestic duties before I left.
Take out the trash.
Take out the rubbish.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm ready to go.
We'll let you off the hook this time.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, stay on the right hand side of the road.
And away we go. Now the hardest part of today is simply going to be getting out of Prague. Quite a bit of traffic, I think. Cobblestone roads and trams. hit the first major climb of the ride here, and it's in the woods and shaded, so that's nice, but it's really steep. How's it going, Lene?
I'm dying.
You're dying? Because you're tired or because of the hills?
Too many uphills and it's too warm.
Yeah, it is really hot. Like, this is what I remember though, because I biked across the Czech Republic in 2013, and I just remember seeing all these signs for the bike routes everywhere, but with no clue as to where they went. You know what I mean? So Kevin, how's the new bike?
Oh, I'm a happy man. It's going really well. It's very smooth. I don't know whether they've changed the geometry or whether my geometry's changed, but yeah. The bike is, seems a little bit, tiny bit more compact, but maybe it's imagination. But no, it's running well. I'm happy. It's, yeah, it's the ride I expected. Beautiful.
Cool. Tell me who you are.
Line,
And where are you from?
I'm from Sweden.
Yeah.
Örebro in Sweden.
And how did you get to be a part of this bike trip?
You invited me first. Yeah, you invited me.
Yeah. Well, we did a trip together last summer.
Yeah, from Umeå to Luleå.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you
So this
killed
is-
it on that trip.
Yeah, totally. This trip too, except for I'm dying.
Really, you're tired.
Yeah, I'm so tired.
Yeah.
But that's what makes it fun, I think. Like, it feels like hell when you're doing it, but then afterwards it's really nice.
Yeah. Cool. So what do you think of the Czech Republic so far?
Yeah, it's great. It's the Greenway we've been following is really terrific. Only cars like in the small villages, otherwise just like, yeah, perfect so far.
Yeah. And the scenery is what you expected, or?
Yeah, kind of. It's nice landscape when you get once we got out in the countryside. The first couple of 15 or 20 kilometers wasn't so fun, but
Yeah.
yeah, now it's really nice so far.
And what are we doing right now?
Yeah, now we just visited the supermarket and bought some lunch, so we found some shade anyways. We'll see if we can find some place to sit and enjoy our lunch.
Yeah.
We were speaking earlier, Dean and me, about the water quality being like green. I think maybe it's like the soil underneath that makes it. In Sweden, everything is like dark.
So we just stopped and had our lunch, which was really nice. Whoa, wasn't watching where I was going. We've cycled about 43 kilometers today already, and we've found a campground that's about 21 kilometers up the road. So that's where we're headed now, making our total for the day a little over 60 kilometers. Not a huge day, but we wanted to keep the first day short, just take it easy. A lot of us are still kind of tired from traveling. So yeah, that's the plan. 20 more kilometers, and then we're gonna stay at an established campground, get a shower, that sort of a thing. So should be nice.
now entering the town of Vienna, and Darren's trying to look for a supermarket that should be up here somewhere.
Yay! So we're at the campground now, but there's no one here to check us in, and there's a phone number to call, but I don't have a phone. Kevin doesn't have a phone.
Let's just go and camp and then we'll sort it out.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, who are we going to ask?
I'm sure there's somebody around. I can hear someone in the building there, but they're probably like watching X Factor or something. There's a guy right there. He said that we can camp over there for free. They aren't open yet, and there's showers and toilets over there, but he says they're a mess right now.
Okay.
So just don't complain about it,
Yeah.
and it's free. How about just like right here? All right, Lene, you did it. Day 1 complete.
Yes.
Do a little dance.
No. I'm just gonna lay down.
What? I don't know, he didn't say. He just said up here somewhere. Maybe over there.
The pool's dead.
Yeah, he said everything is dead.
Yeah, it's got the kiss of death, this place, I think.
Yeah. I think it's good. Free is always good.
Free's always good, yeah.
Yes. So tired.
Yeah, I bet. Are you tired from the bike ride or from the long bus ride from Sweden?
Maybe both.
Yeah.
And it's so warm here, and all the uphills. Sweden is better.
Yeah.
It's flatter and more shadow.
In Sweden?
Yeah, because there's so many trees.
Yeah.
I like the road after we had lunch.
Yeah.
It was nice.
Downhill.
Only
through-
downhill and lots of shadow.
Yeah.
It's nice.
Getting used to the new bike, and the legs are kind of adjusting to the new bike.
Yeah.
Everything's adjusting to the extra weight on the back of the bike and front of the bike. So, yeah, unfamiliar roads, learning to ride on the right-hand side of the road again. So it's kind of, yeah, physically, you know, hardish day. Mentally a hardish day, concentrating on keeping on the right road. The road quality wasn't all that good either today in most places.
I thought the quality was good, it's just not the traffic, because it was a little
the first
high.
part of the day I thought the road surface was
Oh,
okay.
like the cobblestones and stuff?
Yeah, cobbles and shit like
Yeah.
that. So. Yeah, but we're here and all our skins on and we're happy.
Yeah.
I've just found the showers, so that's good.
Yep.
Yeah. And we're camping for free in this nice park, so there you go. Well, a kind of run-down park.
Deserted.
We're the only ones here. So
Dystopian
that's okay.
kind of park, yeah.
Yeah.
So what are you cooking here, Kevin?
I'm cooking a 5-course extravaganza.
Uh-huh.
It's, people are queuing to get into this little exclusive restaurant. I'm cooking noodles.
Ooh.
Broccoli noodles.
Okay.
So
And what are you cooking it on? It's an interesting
cooking it on a
stove.
little Trangia lookalike.
Yeah.
It's not really a Trangia. It's a kind of El Cheapo Trangia that's been panel beated into shape about 400 times, but it's still going after 25 years.
Cool.
Cost me $5.
That's a good deal.
Pure aluminium.
And what does it run off of? What kind of fuel?
It runs off denatured alcohol or ethanol or methylated spirit.
So did you add the water in the alcohol?
Yep.
Like you said?
Yep.
The kids go and pick their own food, so they always serve the vegetables first. And after they've eaten them, they can go and take the main dish.
So our first day on the road from Prague to Vienna was a good one. We cycled about 65 kilometers, which is not super far, but we wanted to keep the distance relatively short. The scenery was pretty darn spectacular, and getting out of Prague, which was the part that I was worried about the most, was actually a whole lot easier than I thought it was going to be. We kind of went down to the river, and from there we were able to connect with a bike path, and the bike path, basically we kind of were able to weave ourselves out of Prague without encountering too much car traffic. So really nice. Then we got out into the countryside a little bit, which was a little bit hilly, up and down sort of hills, combination of bike paths and country roads, but really beautiful. And then we ended the day here at this campsite, which turned out to be free. We didn't actually pay anything to camp here because the campsite is in ill repair basically, and the people felt bad charging us any sort of money. The choices were camp for free and don't complain, or go somewhere else. And so we decided to camp for free and not complain. And actually, why would we? Because we have this whole place to ourselves, and we had hot showers, and we have electricity, and a free place to stay. So yeah, first day on the road was a good one. And tomorrow is day 2. We're gonna cycle probably 75 or more kilometers tomorrow. And yeah, we're looking forward to seeing what else the Czech Republic has in store for us. All right, it's the second day of our bike tour from Prague to Vienna. How did you sleep last night, Kevin?
I like a log. Beautiful after the first day. I was a bit whacked by the end of the day, so yeah, I was glad to crawl into that tent and go to sleep.
And we're here in a campsite that is basically like a dystopian, camping world. What did you think of our campsite last night?
Well, it was a lovely campsite. There's nobody here. We got it for free. It's it's a bit of a mess, but it's fine. There's even bathrooms and toilets, so there you go. What more do you want?
Yeah, we had hot water in the showers and free place to camp.
We did.
So what's the plan for today?
The plan for today is find our way back to the Greenway, I think. The route to Vienna, because we've deviated off to find a camping spot, so we'll have to get ourselves back there, I guess.
And how far are we cycling today?
No idea. We did about 50 yesterday, and probably we'll do more than that today, I'd suspect. It's going to be warm, I think, today too.
We did 64 yesterday.
Oh, 64.
Actually.
There you go.
Something like that. Yeah, and we aren't really
hardly felt it.
We aren't really planning this trip as strictly as we've done some of our other trips in the past. We're kind of just making it up as we go along, so we don't really know how far we're going to ride on any given day.
We're just winging it, really, just to see what happens. I mean, if we get stuck somewhere and we need to make up a few kilometres along the way, we'll just jump on a train and we'll do something, but there's no real need. We'll just poke along, really. Take our time.
Yep. So that's the plan today, is just pack up our stuff and cover some ground.
Have some fun.
Yeah, that too.
When the morning's standing at your door, brighter than all mornings come before. Don't be late, my dear. Life won't wait, my dear. Don't be late. When the day
road now, but now we're going up a big hill. Michael says it's 10% or so uphill. The first 10 kilometers of today went really fast, and now we're going really slow.
When the evening falls across the land and your lover's reaching you the hand, don't be late, my dear, life won't wait, my dear, don't be late.
Oh, eating some of the apples. Oh. Bye. Our first 10 kilometers today just absolutely flew by, and now the second 10 kilometers have taken us forever because of these hills, and we got lost a little bit. We're all tired now. We're gonna take a little break, I think, up in this next town called Boudinin. We don't know if there's like a cafe. It's a little after 11, so Kevin's kind of wanting his morning coffee, and the rest of us are just tired. So we're just going for about another 10 minutes and then we'll take a break. These are cherry trees that we're passing right here. You can see all the cherries. It's tempting to want to pick them. How was our first 25 kilometers?
Lumpy and tough. Yeah, some sharp climbs with very little relief at the end before the next one.
Yeah.
So yeah, pretty exhausting.
And now, what are we doing now?
We're having coffee and a break. Just get a bit of fuel on board. I think the tank's a bit empty.
With mushrooms and ham. That's
Cheesy?
Yeah. Talking about ABBA, like
cheesy. They thought they were cheesy.
yeah, like
I thought that was a pizza joke.
oh yeah. Everyone watches it, but it still has like a.
It's terrible.
Yeah, it can't be a serious like.
Yeah, so the first part of today we kind of went off the Greenway path because our campground was so far out of the way that to go back to the Greenway we would have had to cycle several, you know, dozen kilometers extra. So we decided to go the short way, but the short way is hilly. So we've encountered a lot of hills today. We've already done more climbing in the first 30 kilometers today than we did all day yesterday. So now we're going up another hill. We got two more pretty big hills to get to until we're back onto the Greenway trail, and hopefully it'll flatten out a bit once we get there. I think this is tiring out everybody in the group, including myself. job. Go, Kevin, go. All right, I think we've just about reached the top of our last big hill before we get back on the Greenway. Hopefully, this is the last hill of the day. Woo! Down here on the side of the road, I just spotted, these are strawberries that are growing. They're really tiny strawberries growing in the wild just on the side of the road here. I'll try eating one. Strawberry? Whoop, I just dropped it. Okay, I got another one. They're really tart. They taste very, very sweet. They're really good. Taste like candy. Whew, I'm sweating like crazy right now. All right, we're back on the Greenway, and according to my map, it's about 10 kilometers or so of flat or downhill riding. So that's really, really good after so many hills. Whew. We've only gone like 35 kilometers today, but it feels like 100. Really tiring. We're in an awesome little forest now. This is the kind of cycling that I like, right here. This is my kind of riding, Kevin.
Yeah, me too. No, I prefer the hills, actually.
Kevin said he prefers the hills. Maybe you go up there? Yeah. Lene just bought a brand new bicycle for this trip, and she didn't buy any water bottles or water bottle cages. So she's been very thirsty as we've been riding every day because she can't quickly or easily access her water. So I just went into a local bike shop and bought her 2 water bottle cages and 2 water bottles. She's probably going to be upset that I did this, but I just wanted to get her drinking enough while she's out on her bike. So let's see what she says. How'd it go? They aren't back yet? What?
I wish they had that bed or something.
Yeah. What is that behind you there?
I don't know. I just found that.
Where did that come from? That's the Bicycle Touring Pro Elf. Will that work? Yeah, no problem. It wasn't very much. It was like 10 bucks. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm bad at saying thank you.
I hope that water bottle was okay. I don't know.
Yeah.
That was the best one they had.
It looks perfect.
Okay.
Thank you.
Cool. Yeah, no problem.
A já si nepamatuju to číslo zas. To je ta cibulová.
How'd you do, Kevin?
Well, it was air conditioned in there.
Oh,
Come out.
that feels good. Yeah. Look at what Lene just found.
Oh, you bought it?
No, I said I didn't want to try it.
She just turned around and they were right there behind her. Oh boy.
I peeked in and they were like kind of the same standard as yesterday.
Oh, so barely
You
clean.
shouldn't expect this much.
Yeah. How would you summarize today?
Terrible.
Really?
Yes.
Why was it terrible?
It was always uphills, which means there's downhills, but the downhills take like 10 seconds and the uphills take like 1 hour.
Yeah.
It feels like.
Oh, comrades. I thought you'd have your tents up by now.
We're too tired.
Yeah.
Sun should be like 6, 7, and
Yeah, right over those trees.
And I didn't want to be on there.
It's probably where the dog pees anyways.
I was thinking like that.
you told me about like for 2 weeks.
Yep.
Does it get really cold during the night?
It's always a bit sedate. You know, you can't look for reptiles if it's too cold.
I laughed because my wife, we visited like they have a koala sanctuary in Brisbane.
Yeah.
And and there were like lizards like this long running around like we didn't know if they belonged to the sanctuary or not. Probably not. But Malin was like jumping and was like deadly scared of them.
They're called goannas.
Yeah.
Not the Komodo dragon or something?
No, we don't have Komodo dragons, we just have goannas.
Okay.
About 50 varieties of goanna. So the rest of the snake's pretty, you know, it's still kind of half comatose, but after 30 seconds just holding it, it's got enough to strike. Mulga snake.
It's day 3 of our bike tour from Prague to Vienna. We just spent the night camping at this campground here on the edge of a small river. And what's going on today, Kevin?
I've got no idea. We're just going south.
Yeah, heading south, kind of towards the border of the Czech Republic and Austria. So we're getting really close to Austria. How are you feeling, Lene?
Tired.
Tired?
Already.
Did you get some sleep last night?
Yeah.
Yeah. And Michael, what can we expect to see along the way? You're helping us navigate on this trip.
I think we can look forward to passing a lot of castles today.
Lots of castles. Yeah, there's like 3 or 4, I think,
Really
on
good
this
ones.
route. Yeah. So, all right, that's the plan. Day 3, head south towards the border of the Czech Republic and Austria. Here we go. So it's our 3rd day of cycling here in the Czech Republic, and I've been to the Czech Republic twice before, but this will definitely be my longest trip in the country during the summer months. I was here during the winter before, and it was fantastic even in the winter, but summertime is even better for bicycle touring. One of the reasons I wanted to come to the Czech Republic is because I don't think a lot of Westerners think of coming here, and I think the Czech Republic is an amazing place, and a lot of people don't consider it for their own holidays or bicycle touring holidays, and I think that's a shame because this country has a lot to offer. And I think one of the reasons people don't come here very often is because the Czech Republic is a part of Eastern Europe, and for some reason Westerners don't venture into Eastern Europe all that often. But that's a shame as well, because I believe Eastern Europe is actually one of the best places in the world for bicycle touring. And I'm hoping to show that to you in these videos. I think you can see already that the Czech Republic is a really nice place to go cycling. I'm out of breath. Yeah, just a place to consider. I hope after watching my videos here, you will consider the Czech Republic for one of your future bicycle touring adventures. Here comes Kevin and Lene. Kevin's coffee break. It's a little after 11:30. Time for Kevin's coffee. Here he comes. Oh, he's spotted the restaurant. His keen coffee eye knows where the coffee is. Kevin's coffee break.
Out of the wind. It'll be nice.
What's the theme song? We need like a theme song for Kevin's coffee break. It's Kevin's coffee break.
Yeah, we might be able to think of something else.
Yeah, the roads are like a lot better in Norrbotten where Luleå is than in Västerbotten. So as soon as you hit the border, it's like crappy roads in Västerbotten and like
really good roads.
Really good ones.
Yeah. So we stopped for lunch back there, had our little lunch break, and now we're back on the road, heading south. We're getting close to the border of the Czech Republic and Austria now.
No!
Oh, I got it. So here we are, back in Sweden.
Yeah.
It feels like Sweden, at least.
A lot of moss and pine trees.
And blueberries, and yeah.
Not really ripe yet, but a few weeks.
We've only got a few more kilometers, maybe 3 more kilometers until we reach the next town. We're all pretty tired. We've gone over 65 kilometers now, approaching 70 kilometers. And it's a Saturday, around 5 o'clock, just before 5 o'clock. We're a little worried that the supermarkets are going to be closed. We aren't sure if they're going to be open once we get into town. So we're a little worried about that because none of us have any food. If for some reason we get into town, we find that the supermarket is closed, we might have to eat at a restaurant or something tonight. We don't know what's in this town, whether there's going to be a bunch of stores or absolutely nothing at all. That's part of the adventure of bike touring sometimes. So we made it to the center of town and the supermarket is closed. There are some restaurants open.
There's over there.
Oh yeah.
Mini market.
Okay.
You
There's a mini market behind us, this direction.
think they have an open vegetarian restaurant here, Kevin?
Just set across the road.
Yeah, it's some sort of mini market.
I'm not going to put money on the vegetarian restaurant.
Yeah.
Just a hunch. I don't know what. I don't know what. Well, I think that way.
Okay. So we go there.
Yeah.
Nice little center. How'd you do in the store there, Kevin?
Oh, I did alright.
What did you get?
Alright. Oh, I got too much. I got masses of everything.
For tonight and tomorrow, or?
Well, there's a bit of a threat that there might not be a lot of food tomorrow. I'm not quite sure.
I know. I was just thinking breakfast and dinner, but there might not be anything tomorrow.
Yeah, so
maybe we should.
Just being kind of crazy cautious. Probably don't need to be. Anyway, I've got enough food to feed an army.
Okay. Thank you very much.
This is good, yeah.
No, I saw people with this. So we stopped and got food at the little market there, and now we're cycling about 4 kilometers outside of town to a nearby campground. The last couple hundred meters to the campground takes us through this little forest. We're hoping the campground is open. You never know. I see some people in here. Hello. This looks promising. It's just big empty fields, lots of space. There's quite a few people here, but this campground is huge. There's Kevin.
He's way ahead of me, like taking out the electricity boxes.
There are some?
Yeah, but we have to test it. Here is for adults and...
How much did we just pay for camping, Kevin?
We paid about $8 for the lot of us.
$8, so $2 each.
That includes the shower.
And that includes the shower. Kevin doesn't waste any time. Gets here, starts setting up camp. How do you feel today went?
Today was good. It was better than less hilly than yesterday. It was long. Oh, I've had enough today. It was good. Yeah, it was good. We did 70 something, didn't we?
Yep, just over 70.
Just over 70 with a fair number of sharpish hills. So it's just enough to keep us remembering what it was like yesterday. And now we're in a campsite at very reasonable cost. Nice spot on the ski run here.
And a lake nearby.
Lake nearby, just down there. Nice little campground. Shower over there. I might find some beer too, if there's some beer. I feel quite parched. But yeah, no, it was a good day. Good day.
Cool.
Beautiful countryside. Okay. Some nice flat areas. Beautiful forest. We saw a lot of forest today, I thought.
Yeah.
Yeah, the forest was really nice. Cool, green, as you'd expect. Pretty much textbook forest.
Green, brown. Yeah.
Like we spread out, like, don't want to be close to you, Darren.
Well, I figured you guys just didn't want to be close to me because I snored a lot last night.
Yeah, talking in your sleep.
Yeah, and my name is Line Gamli and I'm from Sweden. I live in Örebro and I'm 21 years old. I like painting and doing things in ceramics, and I like doing stuff outdoors like cycling or hiking, and I also like sports, but I'm not doing any sports right now.
And I've known you for a year now, and you've done quite a bit of traveling in that time. We did our bike trip together. You went to Thailand.
Yeah, I volunteered in Thailand.
Yeah.
And then I volunteered with rescued wildlife and elephants. So that was really nice, and you got to like learn stuff about the animals too. Like, I had no idea how much elephants were abused in tourism and entertainment. So it was nice being able to help.
You seem kind of spontaneous to me.
Yeah, that's the most fun way to travel. As long as it... So far I have had luck because it's always been fun. But I guess you're taking more risks if you're spontaneous because it might not go as good as planned.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I like it.
Cool. What is it about the bike touring that you like?
I think mostly just the challenge. Yeah.
The challenge. Has this been a challenge?
Yeah, almost a bit too much of a challenge. The first two... Yeah, this is the third day.
Third day, yeah.
The first 2 days, honestly, they were not even fun. They were too much. And yeah, I was so tired and too tired. This day has been a lot better though.
Good.
So yeah, it was those hills and heat and no, it doesn't work. But yeah, it will be fun afterwards.
Right.
That's also what I like. If I think something is terrible and I hate it, sometimes when I feel like that, I like it afterwards. So this, I will be happy I did it afterwards.
Yeah. Yeah, this trip was definitely harder than the Sweden trip we did last summer.
Harder. So many hills. Oh my god. Like when you think you're done with one hill and there's like a curve and then there's, oh no, it continues and continues. Yeah.
Yeah, bike touring is largely mental, I think. There's the physical part and the mental part. And the conquering those hills sometimes is just mental.
Yeah.
So, anything else you want to say?
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
Like I told you earlier, we only have one place to stop. And then like 2 hours later, finished with lunch, started making dinner, the bell again, and
Alright, so it's the fourth day of our bike tour from Prague to Vienna. What's happening today, Michael?
the sun is shining and I think we're gonna have a great day. Hopefully we have a lot of downhills today, Kevin.
I hope so.
Or flat. And I think the first castle is just in like 8 kilometers, so we have a lot of those today as well.
Yeah, we're really close to the border of the Czech Republic and Austria. We're really, 5 kilometers away, but we're going to kind of run parallel to the border today, heading east. What have you thought of the Czech Republic so far, Kevin?
Oh, I've really enjoyed the Czech. Yeah, I've enjoyed it. It's a beautiful country, beautiful scenery. Yeah.
A lot of hills.
A lot of hills, yeah.
Good prices.
Good prices, yeah. The food's pretty easy to get and pretty reasonable. Yeah, look, I really like the place. The beer's nice.
Yeah. Okay, well that's it. Day 4, here we go. So we had a bit of a slow start this morning. Didn't get out of camp until 10 a.m. The sun is blazing today. It's really hot. We're going up a small hill right out of the gate. It's just not a lot of fun. But yeah, the route today should be generally pretty flat. And as long as the sun doesn't get too hot, it should be a very, very good day of bicycle touring. So we've gone a little over 8 kilometers now, and just around this bend there's a castle and a cave, supposedly. So it should be pretty neat to see. We'll stop here for a second, I think, to check it out.
Yesterday there was sun and there was rain, beauty in the mundane. And as the light startled our eyes, we let go of disguise.
It's that time again.
It's that time. If he's open.
It's time for Kevin's coffee break. Do 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 do. It's Kevin's coffee break. Sing the song, Lene.
What song?
Kevin's coffee break song.
Oh.
Made from, it's beyond made from.
So we've just completed Kevin's 11 a.m. coffee break. He tried to get some vegetarian soup, and half the restaurant was trying to figure out what he wanted, I
I
think.
think half the restaurant was laughing their bloody heads off.
Yeah, half the restaurant was laughing, and yeah, they only had like liver dumplings, and so we didn't get any soup, but Kevin got his coffee, so we'll make it to the next town, I think. So we just had Kevin's coffee break. I'm kind of bummed right now because Lene, the plan with her was to cycle all the way to Vienna, and then she would take a bus from Vienna back home. But now she's saying that she doesn't want to go all the way to Vienna. Basically saying that she's had enough, and she's okay with going home in like a day or so. So she'll probably jump on a train tomorrow here in a town coming up in the Czech Republic and start heading home on the bus or the train. So I'm kind of bummed about that. I don't know if it's just her hanging out with us three guys for so long or what it is, but anyways, this trip has definitely been harder than the trip she did with me last summer, so that could be part of it. It's really hot, not too hot, but definitely hotter than it was in Sweden, and yeah, I don't know what's going on, but anyways, we're probably going to be saying goodbye to Lene here in the next 24 hours or so.
Getting the one with the hockey player on.
Yeah, in the shade.
Maybe there's a park like in the.
Yeah, yeah. Hey. Two big biker gangs, east and west, crossing here in the middle of the Czech Republic. Looks like we just passed another big old castle or a chateau. These things are all over the place in the Czech Republic. The Czech Republic has the highest density of castles anywhere in the world. There are over 2,000 castles in the country, and we've passed quite a few of them on this trip. What do you think about Linnea going home early?
It's a bit of a shame, I think. I don't know. But I mean, if she has no like rush to get there, as I have with the plane and everything, I mean, if we just shorten the days, she'll probably be able to do it. But
yeah, no, she's physically capable. It's just,
yeah, I think it's.
We're on a really nice road right now, flat, rolling down hills, beautifully smooth. It looks like it could rain at any moment, but otherwise, really fantastic. Hopefully the rain will hold off. It's kind of nice just because it's really cold. Not cold, but cool. The rain clouds are cooling the temperature down. Really great riding at the moment. Really having fun. Woo! We just climbed another hill here. We're in the nice little wooded area. There is thunder clapping all around us. So, and I felt some water falling on me. It was either water or birds pissing on me from high altitude, one or the other. But yeah, we're in for some rain potentially here. All right, it's raining now. I hope we don't get completely drenched. It doesn't actually look that bad up ahead, up above me. Well, kind of. But yeah, hopefully we don't get soaked right now. Woo! Just adds a little touch of flavor to our adventure here.
I just spotted a hunting tower over there, and I think we're gonna aim for that one. Hopefully it's not locked. Can just take shelter there for a couple of minutes. I think it's gonna be like dumping on us really soon. Nice spot. Woo. I think so. Thank you for that.
I can say anything. What answer?
Standing here with a machine gun pointed down the road. Well, we got caught in a little downpour and we're hiding inside this old World War II military bunker and just waiting out the storm. I think it'll probably be 5 minutes and then we'll be on our way. While we were standing here, a bird flew in, like a swallow, flew in, practically hit me right in the face, flew inside here. You can see there's Kevin, barely, and practically hit everybody inside. That was our excitement for the day, I think. Kevin's from Australia, and sometimes he says like really funny things that like I've never heard before. In just a moment he said, this bunker would have stood out like dog's balls. I don't even know what that means.
Pretty prominent, that's what it meant.
Yeah, I guess so. Those Aussies, they're a strange bunch. I don't know. Or maybe just this one.
Just this one, I think. The rest of them are alright.
Alright, rainstorm passed. Ready, gang? look at Linnea right now. She's doing great. Like, she's ahead of the guys. She's totally physically capable of making it to Vienna, no problem. I think it's all just in her head. Kevin just spotted some frogs jumping across the road. Or toads? Frogs.
Frogs, definitely.
Where is this guy? Right there. It's really small. Oh, there he goes. Bye-bye.
You take a slot before, and then you sing it. Oh, okay. It's called, and everyone like dances around a big pole. It's called like smågrodorna, smågrodorna är lustiga att se. Smågrodorna, smågrodorna är lustiga att se. Ej öron, ej svansar hava det. Ej öron, ej svansar hava det. Kuakaka, 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 kuakaka. So if people don't think I'm like nuts already, that's
what we do.
That's a Swedish midsummer song called The Small Frogs.
Huh. Okay, so that's relevant to our frog situation here.
I'm not just going totally mental.
But it helps if you have a couple of schnapps before.
Yeah, you should have at least 3 before.
Yeah. Just to loosen you up.
So we've gone just about 68 kilometers right now, almost 70, and we are approaching what we hope is going to be our campsite for the night. So we're just about done for the day. Going up one last hill here, hopefully, and then we'll be there. Found a campground here in the city. It's 116 Corona, or 60, sorry, 160. It's on a very steep hill. Pushing for the final few meters into the campground. Yeah, you have to carry it down there. What's your name? I don't have any food for you. So we found a campsite for tonight. It's basically like in the backyard of these people's house. But it has a good view of the castle. Church bells are ringing at the moment and it's just started to rain. So I'm setting up my tent really quickly. Gonna get all my stuff inside so that it remains dry. And then we'll head on over here. There's a small covered picnic table, so we're gonna sit under there, cook some dinner, and call it an evening.
We definitely will get some matches tomorrow, Darren.
Or we won't eat one of them.
There's a couple of dead ones here, so we can always light off mine.
Tomorrow's Monday, so I think it's easier to find an open
I'll put another dead one back in there, I think. Store.
Kevin, what do you think about Linnae leaving tomorrow?
Oh, I'm a little bit sad that she didn't finish the... I mean, it's up to her. It's her choice. It's fine. But, yeah, she's a nice woman. I've enjoyed riding along with her and chatting and up the tail end. Getting dropped on all the hills with her. But, yeah. Oh, well, that's okay. I can see where she's coming from. She's got to get back to Stockholm on the bus, which is a hell of a long way. Look. Then there were 3.
Playing cool. You think I can get some fire from you?
You know the tune?
I don't, no. You're gonna have to do that also.
I have to do the whole tune. This is from the village of Longborough in Gloucestershire. So, and it's a dance called Swaggering Boney, which is about Napoleon.
Okay.
Okay, so it goes. The tune goes. Da 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 da
Hey, that was pretty good. That was good. But there would be like 12 other people with you at the same... Oh, 6, okay.
6 and music.
Yeah, it's hard to sing the tune and dance.
Sing and tune.
My favorite part was the toilet paper. So, what are we doing today?
I'm going to, what was it? I don't know, I'm going to a city and then I'm taking the bus to Berlin. And then I'm waiting in Berlin for a day and then I'm going home to Sweden.
And why are you taking the bus today?
Because I can. No, I feel like this is enough for me. I don't care to continue, and all the buses are starting to like be sold out. So I want to get home when I can and don't have to wait for like 2 or 1 week.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But did you not have fun on the tour, or?
Yeah, I had pretty fun, but I'm good.
Okay.
Yeah.
You ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
The last 25 kilometers.
Yeah.
Here we go.
In the back of my head. Vegetarian.
I'm probably just gonna
I don't know, is it?
Get a smoothie.
yeah, or something like that. They had so many different drinks. They look good.
Small one with milk.
Small with milk. Okay.
Yeah, yeah. Espresso is more like macchiato.
Yes.
With milk?
Espresso macchiato or espresso with milk? This is the difference.
Oh, okay.
Lime is drinking one that they're on.
This looks like a train and bus station, so I'm guessing it's here. Yes, it's the biggest one.
Yeah.
I'm sure you won't miss us too much.
I will cry.
Okay. Parting words. Anything to say?
Yeah, it has been fun. It has been very exhausting, but let's make it even more fun afterwards.
Okay. You gonna have a good trip home?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. You guys have anything to say?
Well, Lena, it's been nice talking with you.
Yeah, it's been fun. It didn't go quite the way I hoped it would. I thought we were gonna finish in Vienna. But
So you are, I'm not, so.
yeah, I know.
Someone is.
Yeah.
Yeah, we will. But anyways. Okay. Well, you're gonna be okay?
Yeah.
Okay. We'll leave you here then.
Just 3 old geezers.
Yeah.
Prague, Vienna Greenway.
Yep. Okay. Ready? Alright. It feels really weird leaving Lene here in the middle of nowhere in the Czech Republic. Hope she's gonna be okay. I still am very confused about why she wanted to go home and why she couldn't last another 2 days, because I know she could. Even with Michael, I'm not sure if we're gonna make it all the way to Vienna in time, because Michael has to go back to work. So he's basically only got today and tomorrow to get to Vienna, and we aren't gonna quite make it there, I don't think. So that was expected, that's okay. But with Lene, it was just so sudden and unexpected that she would just suddenly decide to go home. It's just thrown me for a loop. All right, we're at the supermarket now, the Coop supermarket, which is also in Sweden, where Michael's from.
Yeah.
And
Get
there's,
right at home.
there's Kevin.
There's Kevin.
So this is our supermarket stop for the day. We're gonna get food for lunch and dinner, and breakfast maybe. Yeah. There's a picture of a big wiener behind me. I always thought it was funny when I'd go over to my grandma's house and she'd say, "You want a wiener?" I thought that was pretty funny. Pretty funny coming from my grandma. We're at the supermarket. We're looking for Mexican food.
Found it at the bottom of the aisle here.
potatoes.
Hey. So we've loaded up on food for tonight. Michael got a bunch of Mexican food. We're gonna make Darren's European burritos. And now we are cycling across town just a short distance trying to find a place to stay for the night. There's no obvious campground in town. There are a bunch of pensions, so we're trying to find a place that will either let us camp or maybe we'll stay in like a hotel pension sort of place tonight. So that's what we're doing now. We're standing outside of a pension right now. We found a place to stay here in this town. It costs 1,700 coronas, which is like $80 practically. But supposedly it has a kitchen and stuff. So, but they don't take credit cards. So Kevin has gone to the ATM machine to get cash, and we're just sitting here waiting with our supermarket food and Kevin's bicycle and. Oh no, he took his bike. He took it with him. Okay, or somebody took it. we weren't paying attention, and now it's gone. But anyways, yeah, that's what's going on right now. Just waiting to take a shower.
Yeah, so we ended up staying at this pension instead of a camping place, and we were kind of hesitant of like getting our money's worth for the place, but I think we did quite, or Kevin did quite nice, like he always does. So this is our kind of kitchen slash living room slash Darren's bedroom.
Yeah.
A fully equipped kitchen and a microwave and fridge and everything. And in here we have like at least a queen size bed, I think.
Mm-hmm.
A pretty big room. And here we have the bathroom.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Toilet.
Really nice.
Shower.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. I think we're set for the night.
And now what? We're gonna take showers and
Like
then what?
Eat until we drop, I think. So much food. Like it's my last night, so I had to empty all my panniers. I think I'll still have like 6 bananas left for the breakfast tomorrow, and everything else I picked up along the way. So yeah. Oh. Dizzy from all cycling. Yeah.
Cool.
Probably the
IKEA knife.
The worst knife in history, I think. If she went from the time we left her. I mean, I could have just ridden ahead of her and taken out all the wind, and like it would have been a lot easier, but still you have to go through all those fields.
Yeah, that doesn't help in the hills.
No.
How's your burrito, Kevin?
That's excellent. Nice bit of hot chili. It's nice to have something spicy after noodles. Pasta. Instant pasta.
Kind of runs old after like 4 days, I guess. I think I've had like the same meal for at least 3 or 4 days.
The same meal.
Good morning, it's day 6 of our bike tour from Prague to Vienna. Darren, Kevin, and Michael and I here. We are in the town of Mikael, Czech Republic, is that right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And today is our last day cycling with Michael before he has to go home, go back to work and kids and wife and everything else. So we're gonna try to enjoy our time with him here today and make our way just a little bit closer to Vienna. Hi. How's your trip going so far?
Yeah, how's your trip?
Good. Yeah. You started in Prague, or?
Yeah.
Yeah, us too.
And where are you heading? You look like you're camping.
Yeah.
Or you've got lots of
Lots of gear.
Camping.
Camping.
Yeah.
And how's that working?
Good so far, yeah.
How long have you been together?
That guy James came up to me and I thought he was gonna say like, I don't want to be on camera or something, but then he said, do you have a travel blog or something? Like, and then he recognized me, and I didn't get that on camera because I turned the camera off just at that moment.
I can reenact it.
Yeah. That's cool.
Okay, well, we're the people
That's awesome.
from Canada.
Hey, that's cool.
We saw the maple leaf on the...
Yeah, that was a giveaway.
And where are you guys from?
I'm from Sweden.
I'm from Australia.
Oh!
Whoa!
We're like all over the
Yeah,
Oh.
international team here.
Fabulous.
Yeah.
So where are you heading?
This is my last day, so I'm heading towards Vienna.
And then Kevin and I are continuing around maybe Slovakia, Hungary, Poland maybe for another 3 weeks or so.
Oh, we
Yeah.
settled in Hungary last year.
Oh, okay.
And it was
Gorgeous.
Really?
go to Chopron.
Cool.
Yeah. Wow, so when did you guys start this whole
Well,
expedition?
just
6 days ago.
yes, five, yeah, it's 5 or 6 days.
Oh, you're quicker than us. We've been
Oh.
up 10, but
Oh, okay. Take your time. Yeah.
well, we've had a couple days here.
What's happening right now, Michael?
We're actually crossing over the border now, I think.
Yeah.
Like 5 minutes more or less.
Yeah, just about to cross the border from the Czech Republic to Austria. Here it is, the border of the Czech Republic and Austria. Woo! Here we are. Should we take a picture? All right, so here we are at the border of the Czech Republic and Austria. Behind Kevin there, that's Austria. And we have just a short ride from here to Vienna. How far do you think it is? 70 kilometers or so from here to Vienna. So not too far to go. Anything to say, guys? Czech Republic's been good. Woo! Okay. Alright, so we're in Austria now, and one of the nice things about being in Austria versus the Czech Republic is that in the Czech Republic I only knew about 3 words: hello, good day, and thank you. And now that we are in Austria, I can actually speak a little German, not very much, just enough to embarrass myself, but I do actually know some German, enough to get by, so yeah, so happy to be in Austria, German-speaking Austria. We are in Poisdorf, Austria now, and it is 11:52 a.m., which means it's time for Kevin's coffee break. Kevin has spoiled himself with a cinnamon bun today. That's extra special.
Tastes like Handorf. Make me feel homesick.
So we just had lunch, and I got a bunch of food in my teeth, and now we're back on the road. Final couple hours with Michael here before he has to jump on a train and head back to the airport in Vienna. So we're gonna just try to cover about 30 more kilometers together, and then we'll say goodbye.
It ended. Just like this.
Yeah, not quite to Vienna.
No.
So close.
Yeah, but still.
Yeah.
I looked it up now, and it's like 40 kilometers to the airport and 20 to town. So like with this traffic at like 5 o'clock, it's just gonna be crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Train system here in Austria is really easy. Everything is in English. So you just get one ticket for yourself and one for the bike. So it costs €7.70 from here to the airport, and it takes 1 hour over there.
Cool. That's not your train though.
No. Yeah, I'm going on that one, but in a half an hour.
Half an hour, going that direction.
So how much for the bike?
Yeah.
How much for the bike?
70 cents.
Oh,
Yeah. That's awesome.
So
Cool.
10% of the adult fee. Yep.
All right. There's lots of people.
And I talked to the lady inside, and she told me it was okay to take the bike on board. Just as long as you have that ticket prepaid. So.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, it's been a great
Very
week.
fun.
Yeah, get a hug. Yeah, thanks, Darren.
Yeah, thank you for coming, and hopefully I'll see you in Sweden or something, maybe next summer. That'd be cool. Or in Cyprus.
Or in Hondor.
Or in Hondor, yeah. Well, we left Linné yesterday. We just left Michael now. And now it's the dynamic duo, Darren and Kevin, on our own now for the next 3 weeks.
3 weeks, yeah.
Oh man. And it's already, I don't know what time it is, 6 o'clock. 6 o'clock or so. So we're gonna try to find a place to camp or sleep or something here in town. It feels weird just the two of us, doesn't it?
It does, yeah. Yeah, now there's two.
I just feel like naked, sort of, like I left something behind. But I'm sure that we'll get used to it here. Straight across. Here we are at Hotel Klaus. Kevin's gonna go in and ask the price because I think it's gonna be crazy expensive. And I don't want to tell him I don't want to pay that much. I say you're gonna go in and ask.
The hotel's full, but he's a very kind man. And he says that if we wait for a few minutes, there should be another, he's thinking there's another bus coming, but he's thinking that they may not need a room. And if they don't need that room, we can have it for 75 for the night, including breakfast.
What do you want to do?
I'm happy to pay 75.
I knew you were going to say that.
100 Australian dollars, people.
But we have to wait here, potentially for like an hour.
No. He says any minute.
Yeah,
the bus
right.
should arrive. And then he said, if
but you believe
he doesn't
him.
have the room, he'll hunt around and find us one somewhere. But it's going to cost us whatever.
Yeah, $100.
I don't know if there's any hotels nearby that I'm not quite sure that he's going to
Yeah.
I think we'll wait around and see if the room turns up. If the room doesn't turn up,
Okay.
we'll head bush. What do you think?
Okay.
I mean, we haven't had to pay for any much accommodation.
Maybe I'll run
We
to the
won't from now
supermarket.
on.
Yeah. Maybe I'll run to the supermarket
Grab some
and
water.
yeah, water and something else. So they don't have a room. There's a possibility they might at some point later tonight if all of their guests don't show up. Kevin wants to wait and see if that will happen. I do not want to wait around for hours waiting to see if they might have a room. And if they do, they're still going to charge us 75 euros, which is like $90, $45 each or more once you add tax and stuff. So $100, $50 each. For me, I just want to camp in the forest. Kevin doesn't seem too keen on that, but I think I'm convincing him a little bit. It's already like 6:15 at night, and I said, Kevin, like if we wait around for an hour and they don't show up, then it's 7:15 at night. Then we still have to camp in the forest. We might as well just camp in the forest now and do it early before it gets dark and starts to rain, because it is like about to rain. So he's going inside to try one more time to see if they can do something for us. He's asking even if we can camp here in the hotel, like, I don't know, you know, here or something. But I doubt that they're going to let us. So we'll see what happens. I think we're going to camp in the forest. So what's happening here, Kevin?
What's happening is this very guy. I told you he's a kind guy, see?
Yeah.
I can pick him.
But whose idea was it to ask for camping? I had that idea, right?
Yeah, you did. Yeah, okay. So 50% of the credit to Darren, 50% to me.
Yeah, exactly.
I did ask him if he had a backyard, and then so we got talking about when he went to Australia on holidays once. So
there you go.
kind of sealed the deal. And then he brought us out to the backyard. Said he better let his wife know, so she doesn't freak out.
Yeah.
Then he said we could even have a swim in the pool if we want. And here we are in this very spacious yard.
Cool.
It's his hotel, I think. He owns
Yeah. So no showers, or maybe there is showers here.
Yeah.
Right, outdoor shower. Yeah.
But, you know,
Yeah. So there's a tip for you. If you're ever at a hotel and they're full, ask if they have a place to camp. You might just get lucky, like we did.
you might just get a cyclist for an owner of the hotel.
Yeah, that too. That helps. They understand. Yeah, I'm not the only one. So, here we are, camped out in the back of this fancy hotel for free.
5-star luxury.
Yeah, cooking our dinner on camp stoves while the rest of the hotel patrons are inside the dining room listening to an accordion player.
Yeah, we're missing that bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the only bit I'm sorry about.
We're listening to the birds and the rain. It's sprinkling right now. We're sitting under an awning. So, I'm pretty happy.
Mm. It's pretty much a Rolls-Royce campsite, I reckon. It's as good as any we've camped in.
Yeah, better because we got it all to ourselves.
And the boss even said to have a swim if we want. So.
How do you feel now about being on our own?
Well, it'll be different. We'll have to reorganise a little bit. Yeah.
As in, wake up earlier?
No.
Or what?
I'll give it up on that. No. Just you and I, so we one of us looking after the bikes while we shop and stuff like that. So,
Yeah.
not too much different, really. Mikael was a nice guy to ride with. Nice, good conversationalist.
Yeah.
Interesting, intelligent man. Yeah, you've been missed.
Yeah, it was fun riding with him because he hosted us at his family home, and then he took us to this adventure park the following day. So I really only spent 24 hours with him before, so it was kind of nice to. And I didn't really get a sense of who he was because I was not only talking to him but his wife and his kids and everyone else in the group, Yeah. I'd do another bike tour with him. He's good.
Yeah, he's a strong rider.
Yeah.
Doesn't complain, just gets on with it. Resourceful.
My meal's better than yours. Except I have it all in my teeth.
Yeah, you had it last night. You had the same last night.
Yeah, almost the same.
Mine's a brand new creation. I just created this tonight.
Beans and noodles and bread.
Yep.
BBB.
And a glass of wine. So if there's anything more one could want in life, I don't know what it is.
A girlfriend and $1 million.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, well there's that, but I don't want a girlfriend.
Well, I was talking for myself.
Okay.
So Kevin and I just spent the night camping in this private garden / pool area behind the hotel, and the hotel owner / manager, whatever, just came and told us that we're invited inside for breakfast. So we're gonna go and get some food.
So very generous of him. His wife insisted we come in for breakfast. We're such a nice guy. And she's right.
Well, we just went in for breakfast, had a nice breakfast, and now we're gonna pack up our tents and get ready to cycle the final 25-30 kilometers into Vienna. So this is the end of our Prague to Vienna bike tour, and we're staying tonight with some of my bicycle touring pro readers who invited us to stay with us, and they may actually cycle with us from Vienna to Bratislava and maybe beyond. So yeah, that's the plan today, is cycle into Vienna, meet up with my readers in town there, and have a rest day. We're gonna rest tomorrow in Vienna, kind of explore the city a little bit, do our laundry, do some computer work, that kind of a thing. And yeah, that's the plan. So we're just about to the Danube River right now. We're gonna cross over the river and ride on this like little skinny island that divides the Danube from the new Danube, and then we'll ride down that island on a bike path into downtown Vienna. Here we are crossing over onto the island. Vienna is off there in the distance. This is the Danube River. Kevin's made a friend back there. The guy's asking about our bikes and telling us which way to go.
This is fun.
I'm going down too.
So Kevin and I just turned into the Proctor here in Vienna, and as soon as we were in the park, some young guy pulled up next to me and said, what did he say, Kevin? He said,
"Hey, I know you."
Yeah, he watches my videos on YouTube, and he knew that I went to film school, and yeah, so that was really cool. I took a picture with him. His name is Chris, and he lives here in Vienna. So now we're biking across the Proctor. We're gonna try to visit my old apartment, and then we're gonna get some food. So here I am in the Proctor district of Vienna. Back in 2009, I rented an apartment that was in this building, and it feels like a lifetime ago. I had a little trouble trying to find this place, but this is where I lived for a month back in 2009 when I rode my bike from Switzerland to Greece. And I stopped here in Vienna, rented this apartment, called this place my home, and explored the city for a full month. So I just wanted to stop here really quick and check the place out. They've changed the door since I was here last, so I had a little trouble recognizing the place, but I can see inside, and this is definitely it. So we just had lunch at Veggies, the vegan restaurant chain here in Vienna. It was good, but it wasn't worth 15 euros. Vienna and Austria, I think, just Austria in general, is way more expensive than the Czech Republic.
Oh yeah.
And frankly, I don't see much of a difference in the quality of what we get for the money, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. So now we are making our way across the city of Vienna to my reader's house. I don't even know their name, but they've agreed to host us for the night. So we've got a couple hours to get there. We'll probably get there early, but we're making our way across the city now. Alright, so that just about does it for our Prague to Vienna bike tour, and this was a great week-long cycling adventure in Central Europe. It was honestly like a bike tour that I would recommend to almost anyone anywhere in the world. If you're planning a bike tour in Europe, this is a fantastic route to do regardless of your cycling experience. Now, this route from Prague to Vienna was a little bit more hilly at the beginning of the trip than I expected, and I think all of us were surprised by the number of hills that we encountered during the first few days on the road. Now, as we got closer to Vienna, those hills almost completely disappeared and the route was totally flat. But those hills at the beginning definitely challenged us. So if you're planning to cycle this route for yourself, I would recommend going slow for the first few days, conquer those hills, and once you get out into the flatlands, you'll be okay after that. One of the things that I enjoyed most about this bike tour is the number of castles that we saw along our route. The Czech Republic is such a great bicycle touring destination. One, because it's cheap. Two, because the landscape is pretty spectacular in my opinion. And three, because there are cycling paths everywhere. And those cycling paths on this particular trip took us past a number of really interesting towns and villages and cities, as well as past a number of castles. And the Czech Republic, as I said previously, has more castles than anywhere else in the world. Highest density of castles in the world. So it was really interesting as we were riding through farmland and forests to occasionally pass one of these castles while we were out there on the road. Now, my biggest criticism of this bike trip was probably that the landscape was a little bit boring in some places. There was a lot of farmland, there was a lot of forests, and you can see that kind of stuff in a lot of countries around the world, in Europe or maybe in North America, etc. So there were days where I was thinking, gosh, this is kind of boring. But there were also a lot of moments where during the day we'd come out of the forest and we'd roll down into some town, and that's when you really began to experience what the Czech Republic was all about. These really small towns and villages where the architecture is so different than anything that we are used to seeing, especially as a North American, in our normal lives. So that's the part that I really enjoyed, and I think just like any of my other foreign bicycle tours that I've done in any other country around the world, I enjoy just the small things, going into a supermarket and looking at the labels on all the food and seeing it all in Czech and trying to figure out what all these things are and looking at items that they have at the supermarkets that we just don't have. I find that very, very interesting, and I think that's what makes something like bicycle touring such an adventure, especially when you're traveling in a foreign country. Now, the other thing that I really enjoyed about this trip was the fact that I had 3 travel companions join me on the tour. Originally, it was just going to be me and Kevin cycling across Central Europe together. But then at the last minute, Michael got a week off of work and he was able to join us on the trip, and Lene joined us just in the last few days as well. So that was very cool, and I personally enjoyed cycling with this group of 4, myself and these 3 other people. I enjoy the dynamic of 4 people. I think it's a good way to travel, because when you travel just with one other person, you can get sick of that other individual. You're talking to them all the time and they only have you to talk to as well. So it's just you, back and forth all the time. Whereas with a group of 4, like I could talk to Kevin for a little bit while Michael and Lene talk, and then I can talk to Michael for a little bit while Lene and Kevin talk. And I think that is a great way to mix things up when you're bicycle touring. And I enjoyed the dynamic of this trip with these people. That being said, I was disappointed in the fact that we weren't able to deliver both Michael and Lene all the way to Vienna in the time span that we were given. Michael had to get back to work, and we all knew that at the beginning of the trip, that he had a certain amount of time to join us on this trip, and the plan from the very beginning was for him to either reach Vienna by bicycle or to jump on a train and then go to Vienna on the very last day in time for his flight home. So that was to be expected from the very beginning, and we didn't quite get him all the way to Vienna. We were 40 kilometers short. And frankly, we could have got him there, but it would have been after dark, and we just didn't want to do that. So if I were to redo this bike tour all over again, I'd probably just start one day earlier so that Michael would have that one final day to reach Vienna. I think 7 days is the ideal length for this particular bike tour without having to stress yourself out too much, and at the same time 7 days would allow you to cover this route without getting too bored. Now, Lene left the tour prematurely for different reasons, and at the time I didn't fully understand why she left, and I was afraid that I had personally done something wrong and made her want to leave. But I think looking back at all the footage now, and also having talked with Lene multiple times since the bike tour, I think she was just tired and wanted to go home. So I reacted differently than the other two people in the trip, and I think that's because I'm closer friends with Lene. I've done 2 previous bike tours with her. I felt more responsibility for her as the tour leader and as the bicycle touring pro. So I was kind of upset, not at Lene for leaving. I was just a little bit more upset at myself on the particular day that she did leave, because I was upset that I wasn't able to do my job and get her all the way to Vienna. But in the end, I don't think she really cared that she didn't make it to Vienna. She just wanted to have a bicycle touring experience. It didn't matter how long it was or how many miles she covered or anything like that. So in the end, I think it was a successful trip for all of us, regardless of the fact that we didn't all get to Vienna at the end of the bike tour. So that's really all I have to say about this particular bike tour. In general, I think it was fantastic. I enjoyed the company that I had along the way. I really enjoyed the Czech Republic overall, and I would love to go back there on a future bicycle tour. And I want to thank you, my viewers, for watching this video all the way until the very end. I hope you enjoyed these videos. I do try to show what bicycle touring is like in my videos. I knew that when I started making these videos for Bicycle Touring Pro that it would be very easy for me to edit the videos in such a way that every day looks like paradise, that it's just all easy, all wonderful, all rainbows and butterflies, and that's what the bicycle touring experience is like. But as the Bicycle Touring Pro, someone who has been cycling around the world for the last 18 years, almost 2 decades now, I can tell you honestly that bicycle touring isn't always like that. It is like that sometimes, but it's not always like that. And so with these videos and with all of the videos that I share here on the Bicycle Touring Pro YouTube channel, I try to show an honest interpretation of what bike touring is like. And on this trip, you saw that in the hills, in the heat, in some of the dynamics of the group, in Lene wanting to leave early and me struggling to figure out why that happened, in Michael leaving early, and then me and Kevin having to continue on our own and feeling a little weird when we were left on our own. Like, wow, we've gotten used to traveling with these other people, and now we have to get used to traveling just with ourselves. These are the things that happen on a real bicycle tour, and that's why I shared them in this video. So I hope you understand that, I hope you appreciate that, and I want to thank you for watching and following along on my own bicycle touring adventures. Once again, I'm Darren Alff from BicycleTouringPro.com. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope to see you out on the road sometime soon.